Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 3 in our series, A Journal for a Gentleman. I thought we would still be on video 2. For some reason, we're on video 3. First thing we're going to do is we're going to rub our lucky frog. Yay, Mr. Frog. Lucky frog. I collect frogs. I have probably 40 of them, different ones. So we're going to do the top page, and page 2 I'm going to do off camera. It's just going to be paper with a belly band. And then we're going to do page 3. I have to excuse my finger. I whammed it in the kitchen today. I was carrying a big box, right? And I turned, and I turned really fast and jammed my finger up against the cabinet, and the whole thing's all puffy and purple. So we're going to work around the dinged up finger. So we're going to do page 1. Oh, I could have cut this ahead of time, couldn't I? And this is going to be the paper. Good grief. Paper. And these aren't difficult. Let's see. Let's get this on here. Boy, this is going to be hard, isn't it? Let's see if I can see where it ends. And it goes down here. Of course, we're going to keep all our scraps, and I cut the bottom off first so I have a better scrap. So this should be right for this. Yeah. If you hear a noise in the background, I apologize, but I'm trying to keep up with all the papers that I'm using for this, and I'm printing out some more. So this paper is going to go here. So let's work on that, and then we'll glue it on. Okay, we're going to have 2 CD covers, because this is the top of the stack. So we're going to do one way and one the other. Oh, goodness. I'm going to put you on pause while I ink these. I forgot to ink them. Okay, so here's our 2 CD covers. We're going to cover them with this dark color, and it's got a pattern on it. And so let's flip it over. And I should be able to get one out of this corner and one out of the bottom corner, and just use the one page. So I should be able to cut this one here. You know what? Do I want it to go all the way to the edge? Don't think I do. So I'm going to put this here so I can cut it this wide and this long. Then we're going to do the same thing down here, and I'm bringing it in for the width. I'm just making it a little bit narrower. And then for the height, I put this, I move it up to here, and then I mark a little bit less. Okay? So I'm going to do the same cuts on the top and the bottom. If I can get a hold of the paper, stupid finger. I think I could use this for the belly band on the next page. Okay, so here's our other one. So let's put them together. And there is a direction on this. The flowers go in this direction. So, well, it doesn't matter. We're just cutting a circle. I'm just going to get the largest circle die that I have, which is 3 3/4. I ordered a 4. It's a nested die as well, and they get smaller even than the ones in this set. So I'm going to have 2 sets of circles that big, but that's all right. Doing 2 layers of paper, so let's do it twice. Not that we really need to. This isn't that thick of paper, but it is cardstock, 65 pound, just like the black paper. And we've got these 2. We'll definitely save these to use for cards. So we've got these 2 cards. And now, even though these are dark, we're going to have to ink them. Crash bang. We just have to remember, even though you can't see most of the paper, you can still see the plants. So we're going to have to make sure we put them on right side up. The main important part Well, you want to get the edge too because you don't want to see the white on the edge. But the same thing goes for the center. You want to make sure to ink the center. And this is going to use magnets. And you just have to remember, you have to keep track of your magnets because you don't want to end up with two magnets that repel each other in, you know, lined up in the stack. Otherwise, it will push one of the papers out. Okay. So then we're going to put one this way and one this way. So we need the paper or the flowers to be right side up, and that would be this way on this one and this way on this one. And I'm not going to paper the insides of the CDs or make the cards on camera. I don't know, maybe we should paper the inside of one on camera. Now I moved it all around. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? Glue. So it's going to be the same for this one, unless I don't move it. And I put the glue in the corners so I can slide the paper around. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and trim them for pockets. So I'm not going to worry about that little bit right there. You don't need to take that much off. Then let's see if I have a scrap that's big enough. Yeah, this will work. And then we'll have to use something, then we'll use something different for the other one, and then it won't match. Let's put this, I was going to make the cards out of this. I'm sorry, I thought I was prepared, but apparently I'm not. Let me grab a paper off the printer. All right, sorry about that. I'm going to edit out that long pause. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put you on pause and go get the paper off of the printer. So let's mark this like this, as if we were making a card. And we'll cut it straight across, and that'll give us the right height for both. Even if it's a little small, it'll be fine. Nope, it's perfect. So that's what the inside's going to look like when there's no card. It didn't want to come out. Grabbed one that hadn't printed on the back yet. Didn't want to waste the ink. Okay. So that should be right for both. I'm wondering if I do want to trim that just a smidge. So we're going to put it in this way. Okay. Then we're going to glue this edge along here on the inside. And that's all we have to glue. We don't have to glue the edges in the back. Okay. And then let's ink it again a little bit. So stick this one in here. Remember, this is the edge that's trimmed for the pocket that you want to make sure it goes all the way up to the edge, because this is the side we're going to glue on the paper. And you know what? That's not going to hold that shut, is it? Because of the way these silly CDs are made. So we'll have to go back. I'll go back and glue this shut. Well, if I make sure that the paper goes, see, if I'd have cut this shorter, then when I glued the paper on it, would have glued it shut. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't, then I will glue it again to close up the inside where the flap is. Okay, so we're just going to glue this here. Ink it a little bit. Looks like this paper needs to be trimmed a little bit. Okay, so that's that. And then we just need to paper the backs of the flaps, or the CD covers. So that should work the same way as the fronts did. So let's flip this over. Now these, I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way up because I want to glue this shut. See, now that's going to be fine on this one. It's this one that might cause us a little bit of trouble. So we want it to be this wide. And then we want it to be this tall. Now this is going to make the correct width for both. Now all we have to do is measure the, oh, I got the height on this one. Sometimes these are a little off size, so I'm going to measure them separate. How is this width off by so much? Wow. That's quite a bit of difference between the two, isn't it? Look at that. Need to cut 1/8 of an inch off. It's kind of odd, isn't it, that it would be that much difference? Now we need to put magnets on. One. So let's see, this is this one, so there's no magnet. We only need a I wonder if we need a magnet on both, because by the time there's a card is going to be 3 layers of paper and the 2 layers of the CD paper. Ow. Decided to go ahead and put one on each one. So we can't go back and put one on there once we've put the paper on. If it ends up being extra snappy, like a snappy dresser, then that's fine. You can do it either way. You can glue the CD cover onto the paper and then paper it, but I find it easier to do it this way because I can flip them around and do whatever it is I need to do. Okay, this one goes this way. So to make the text right side up, we need to put it on this way. See, on this one, it's going to glue it shut. Looks like I'm going to have to trim it a little bit. You can just go back and trim them up if they're a little bit different in size. It's kind of hard to cut all these exactly the same size. These CDs are all off a little bit. Okay, now that means this one's going to go this way. So we need to put this paper on this way. I like this newspaper page. There's going to be 3 bases, so we're going to be reusing, the papers probably several times. So the idea is to try to mix and match as much as possible on each base, so that it doesn't look as repetitive as it's really going to be. Now, how did that come out like that? Because I cut it that way. That's no good, is it? See how, it should be square. I could bring it up a little bit from the bottom because we're going to put a pocket on there. So let's do that. See, and now we're going to have to glue that shut. It was because I picked it up and I didn't check the front and laid it on the paper trimmer and then just, and cut it, measured it and cut it without checking what direction the print was going. So I'm redoing this because this edge wasn't right. There we go. Yeah. Looks like it's just going to catch it. Okay. I'll take one and put it on one side. And put the other on the other. That's why I inked along this edge. I'm putting this one at the top and the other one at the bottom. This one's definitely going to be the back one. Well, it won't really matter, will it? The cover on this is just so nuts. See if I can get up in there. It's not going to matter. There we go. So I'm just touching up where I didn't ink out far enough and the paper is a little short. And you could see the white a little bit, and I took this little brush because I can push it up right up against the paper. Okay, now remember, when we glue this in the book, we have to keep track of what's the top and what's the bottom. Now we need to put the magnets on the back for the CD covers. Oz has come in to say hello. Okay. Now I'll go back and put the pockets on the back. And I haven't decided, I think we're going to put a pocket across here as well. So we don't need to do that on camera, just 3 pockets. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. So this is page 1. We'll glue it on in a minute, but I'm just going to, so this is base 1. Page 1. Let me just set it aside. Well, here's the base. Let's just glue it on. Let's just. And then I'm going to put you on pause before we do page 3 because I think I'm actually going to do it in the morning because my finger really hurts. And I think I'm going to give it a rest so it doesn't swell up too much. So for you it'll be a pause. It'll come right back instantly, and for me it'll be tomorrow morning. Okay, so you want to make sure our text is right side up. You can see it right here. And then we want to put it on here. Make sure you have your little bit of a border all the way around. And just glue it on like that. That'll be cool. So what we have left to do for this is to make 2 cards. And 2 pockets and a pocket here. Okay? Actually, it looks like it. I had a belly band set aside for this, but I think I'm going to do a pocket. So I'll make the cards and the pockets off camera so it doesn't take so long. Okay, all right, I'm going to put you guys on pause, and then, well, we'll actually be back in the morning and we will do page 3. Okay. Okay, here we are for back. I don't even know what I'm saying. For part 2, it's Sunday morning at 4:20 a.m. I'm not sure I should have waited till the second day, but I'm full of naproxen, and we're going to go for it. So in part 1, we did this much, and I haven't got a chance to put something here, but I think I'm going to put an acetate pocket here. We're going to use some acetate. Well, actually, maybe I'll put it over here, and then we'll do something for a pocket here. Now, I forgot that we had the black paper, so we can use it for accents. So then I went ahead and did page 2, and I put the belly band on with the writing card. Literally a writing card. Oh, that was bad. Anyway, it goes in there. I know it does. So now we're going to do this page. And here's the paper for this page, and I've cut and inked it. It's a little bit bigger than the first page, first 2 pages. And we're going to put a pocket on the bottom, but we're going to put a window in it. And we're going to put an envelope on, but we're going to put, obviously, a window in the envelope. I remembered to ink the envelope this time. So let's set this aside for a second. We're going to have to go ahead and paper the front of the envelope before we cut the window out. So let's go ahead. We're going to make it black. And I'm going to use this die. Uh-oh. If I can get it off of here. What did I do? There we go. I see it's caught. Nothing like using up our time untangling a paper clip from a die, huh? But anyway, I like this one because it looks like a piece of torn that we tore the window out. And I wonder if this is going to make an indent on the paper. It doesn't have a blade, so it's not going to cut. But I'm wondering if it'll make an indentation. This one on the inside doesn't matter. Let's take this off real quick. Okay. And oh, the 2 circles are over here. There's some kind of crazy paper thing going on. Okay, so let's paper the envelope. Please don't let me forget to put the magnet on the back of the envelope. So this is going to have a white inked edge, just like the CD covers do, because I'm going to make this paper, if I can get a hold of it, just a smidge smaller than the envelope itself, using my chalk pencil. Just glue this on here. This black is black all the way through, so we don't have to ink it. Why did I flip that over? I do that all the time. It's a good habit, I guess, to get into. So you don't forget to do it on the other papers. Okay. Now, if you put two of these together, it makes a nifty frame, so I left these two attached together. Oh, I'm sure my neighbor loved that. Now, I'm going to make this a top-loading pocket. So, let's put the window in the center. That looks cool. And we have a really cool looking black card. Okay, and I'm going to, well, I want to use the same one. I'm going to ink the inside of this window because of the white envelope. It's kind of fun trying to ink this. Should do it from the back maybe. Make sure I get the white, which is what I'm trying to get. Seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? Okay. And we have to put the acetate on. I forgot to get out paper to cover the back or the inside. I don't want the acetate to get caught in the top. So, let's see. there. Ow. Oh yes, it's so funny. I'm using my heavier acetate in this project, well, at least in this part. It's a lot easier to see, and that little bit of a tint I think will be fine in this journal because we're using so much black. It'd be kind of cool. Okay. So now, let's see, how do we want to do the inside? I think this will be wide enough, yeah. So let's, we could try to use this paper all the way throughout on the backs of the windows, and that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it, to have a theme. It looks like I have white here. Or is it just a shadow? It's just a shadow. Okay. Yeah, we can see the outline of where the window is. So we know we only have to cover this much. I probably should have had breakfast. I've got a couple pieces that I didn't print on the back. Save some ink because I would just use them like this. Or so I could just use them like this without having to worry about the back being printed with the tan. The solid tan that I use in here is just from a kit that I bought that was nothing but fake coffee dyed paper. You know, that look. And I don't remember where I got it. It might have been Leanna Scrap. Okay, so now we're going to glue this back together. Let's double check our window. Yeah, that looks cool. It's a little crooked. So let's glue this back together. Just glue it on the flap. Because we don't want to glue it all the way up. And I'm going to cover the back of the envelope with this, but we need to put our, let's see, let's put it on the paper. And it needs to be on this side because of where the page is that it's going to be on. We can't put it on this side. We need to put it on this side. but we need to have it on there so we know where to put the magnet. And I guess it doesn't matter whether we tear that off or not, actually. But make sure you get glue on top of that glue. You don't need this much glue to hold it on, but I want to be able to move it around a little bit. And if this glue sticks right away, then I won't be able to. And I'm going to put it in the middle, or close to the middle. I'm not going to measure. Okay, and we're not going to have to glue this shut. It'll be glued. Oh, I didn't cut the hole. Okay, let's do the pocket for the bottom while we wait for this glue to dry. And Bandit got it. Not having my index finger on my left hand, didn't realize that even though I'm right-handed, I apparently really use my left hand a lot. Okay, let's slit around. You know what? We need to cut it for the width first. And I'm making it kind of a deeper pocket. Okay, now we will cut it. I was thinking of putting it at one end, but I think I'll put it in the center. Then I'll make the writing card off camera. Of course, now we have this cool card again. I wish this was smaller. Well, no, I don't really, but so that I could put it in a CD cover. I'll have to try and see what I can do about that. I don't want those smaller die to fall out now. I guess I could paper clip the top of it shut. Okay, so now we have this hole. We need to put acetate in that. Okay. That's as dry as it's going to get because of the the sticky that's already on there. So we're putting it this way. So we want to cut a little bit off the top here. And that will give us our top pocket. And yeah, when we glue the backing paper on, or when I glue the backing paper on, that'll fix that. Now we can put the acetate on this. I wonder if this is big enough. No, no way. I keep a paper clip on the part I'm not using, so that I can see it. Guess I better sit down for this. Technically, I only have to glue the top, but I'm going to glue the whole thing, because that's where we're going to, you know, put it in and out. But since this is black, I don't want to accidentally put it on there in such a way that it will get caught. It's awfully close, the glue. Okay, so now let's glue this on. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. So let's re-glue this. All right. Flowers, it's directional. Okay, let's do the magnet. Okay. We'll glue the pocket on. And then I'll do the back of the envelope off camera. Very cool. I think part of this is off camera, but I don't want to move it with the glue. So that's what it's going to look like. Then I got to paper the back of this with this, maybe. Yeah, and then put a, You know what would be kind of cool is to put a black pocket with a small window on the back side. Or put a side tuck. I might just put a side tuck on the back. Okay, so I'm just going to paper the back off camera, and I'll make the card off camera. And some things I'm not going to actually make the cards for, because they're just kind of understood that that's where the card is going to go. Come here, you little spin around. I got this new thing that spins around that I have my stuff in. I couldn't get it to spin. Okay, so, oops. So let's put this page in. You know, should I put it in before? No. Let's see what it looks like, and then I'll put it in off camera. I'll glue it in after I paper the back of the envelope. That way I can move it around more. So this is going to go here, like so. Very nice against this one. Okay. I have to remember too that I have a bazillion of the men's photographs. So I'm going to probably put one here and make a pocket out of it. That's a good idea. And then maybe I'll put one on the back here and make a side tuck out of it. So that would work too if I've got one the right size. So I will do that part off camera. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this video. And I will see you in the next video. And that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay. Bye-bye.